Back at it, y'all. Back at it. So, you guys heard the Metro Transit ordeal. Um, that was a real big part. I miss talking to New York, man. I don't think I got his number no more. It's probably in my old phones. I don't know what's going on with, I don't know if I could get the old phone or whatnot. So, waiting on a loan officer to give me a call back. Waiting on them to call me back and see what's going on. I've been noticing something too. In the areas north of the city, in Minnesota, North Minneapolis Metro, you could get a house for maybe 10, 15,000 less. If you're starting to go back towards in Minneapolis, if you getting a little towards uptown and over south, they gonna want 325 for a piece of trash, and people are buying it. Believe it or not, people are buying it because of the proximity. They want to be along Lake Street. They want to be kind of close to downtown. They want to be by that light rail. They want to be by that light rail because South Minneapolis is where everything cracks at. Everything. The Mall of America is in South Minneapolis. That's in Bloomington, but it's South. It's South Minneapolis. So, for this digital journal, I'm just going to talk about just a quick recap. The Metro Transit will I'm gonna go ahead and send them some money real quick. Okay, so the Metro Transit, that was a real big part. Real big part. I'm trying to think of any other stories that I have on the Metro Transit. So I'm gonna be winding it down just a little bit because I'm trying to think of some more stories that I had. So the tech training story is probably gonna be the next one. And I think I'm gonna start ramping up on those on the weekend. I'm probably going to work on those on the weekend and then edit them. That's what I typically do. I brainstorm during the week, and I might do a story time here and there, and then, some other ones during the week. And I think I'm going to do a podcast form too, because you guys haven't had those in a while, but I like the video more than anything. So I might do it the same way where I have to put the audio in the Rodecaster. I record at the same time where I'm doing a story time. But I might just go ahead and just do an audio podcast because I haven't given you guys a podcast in a long time, and I could cover a lot of different articles that I haven't seen in a while. And the next story time I think I'm gonna do is a little more detail about St. Paul and River Falls, and I think that might have been a planet. That might have been a planet adventure. It was fun back then. I'm telling you, it was super fun. It was super fun back then. Another one, a story time I'm going to talk about, that's a little before a lot of my computer, that might have been 7th, 8th grade, is it was a school suspension that I got arrested when I was a kid. And they took my bike and wouldn't give it back because they said I didn't have a permit. So that was in Dinkytown. So that's going to be another Dinkytown story. Then we're going to do another Blue Cross. And the reason why I want to do the Blue Cross one is because that was like the first time that I was really touching zero touch SCCM from desktop support. They got a lot of that going on in pretty much 85% of the environments. Nobody's taking a disk and installing a computer. You might get a jump drive here and there. 9 times out of 10, no. 9 times out of 10, it's going to come off that wire. It's going to come off what they call Pixie boot. You plug in and then to your network, Cat5 cable. Most of the time, not Wi-Fi. You usually do a Cat5 cable when you're imaging a machine and you're placing that Windows 7 or Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 11, what they call a base image. So basically just the operating system, and there might be some applications that they package up. So, I'm in the process of, I'm kind of shopping the market and seeing what's going on. And one thing I want to say was there is, I should call this lady's mobile phone too. I think I'm gonna do that in a second because I don't want to sit in here that long. What they typically do, or what you can typically do, what I've been finding out, and I would have never thought I would have considered this, but there was a channel of this brother and sister, this married couple. They got their own like farm, and they own like 5 or 6 acres in Mississippi or something. They bought a trailer home, a double wide or something. and they bought it for cheap, and they own all the land, and they got animals and pigs and all kind of stuff. This dude, he sold his house, and he actually bought some property. Now he went. I forgot what the name of these brothers and sisters, but I'm gonna I might put it in the description. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was very interesting that they sold their house, and now they're kind of in a way self-sufficient. In a way, I don't know if he still works or whatever like that, but I think the dude, he had did some time. He got out. He had bought a house at some point. It was on a straight and narrow, and at one point he showed his family. His family owned a bunch of land in Mississippi. There's a video where he's showing where they doing a video. They really cool videos. They got a lot of subscribers too, and they just show their daily. You know, they have the goats and the chickens and the hogs and all that kind of stuff, and they were they showed their family in Mississippi. And that's another thing. Black folks in Mississippi, they own more land than folks in the North. People pride themselves with their land in the South. Up here, people are into, well, my car, my house, and stuff. They got land. They still got land down there. You still got some people with land down there. Not as much as there should be, because USDA be playing these games with black farmers. But what I'm saying is, black folks got land down there. I seen it when I went to Arkansas. They got land. They got land. You know, and they could grow their own food, and they could do stuff like that. Because when you starting to go $10 for some eggs, you gotta go to Aldi's for the eggs now for $5. And that, I remember people complaining about that. Them folks got land down there. You got your own land, you can do a lot. And up here, they want to tax you for the land. They feel like a tariff almost. They tax you. They overcharge. In the South, you get some land. So my point is, I was looking at like trailer homes. They're like half the price of a house. Now they got like a lot price, almost like an HOA, a lot rent. They might be anywhere between $700 or whatever. And then if you buy the trailer, you're looking at like another $400 to $600. But then $1,200-1,300. I mean, you out the gate. The rent nowadays is $25. $19 to $2,000 where the bullets are flying for rent. That's the going price in Minneapolis, St. Paul. You want now, if you go out there to Anoka and Coon Rapids, maybe 2,200, 23. Man, Minneapolis, man, they want 23 for a 3-bedroom. So it's super ridiculous. Let me try to call this lady. I'm gonna upload this, y'all. But yeah, if you got questions, comments, leave them. Even trolls. We need the trolls, because that's algorithm. That's metrics for me. Even trolls. They had some guy in here. And people just leave their comments, but he was complaining, talking about that the lady that was pulling all that stuff on me, that Karen, that she wasn't a Karen. Like what she was doing, I think they said it was weird or something like that. Like, I didn't do it, she did it. You see what I'm saying? She did it. Now, what I really like is the last one that I did. The last one was cool. I like that one. That firewall story. I enjoy doing that firewall story because that's just one of the, I think that might have been one of the bigger issues I had, you know, in my career. As far as a social situation with somebody where it was real janky. It was tacky. And it was getting to be trashy. But it was real tacky. And so that story I never did forget, because I remember not really having a good rapport with the guy, with the manager. The manager just was kind of just real hands off. He barely spoke, barely. He acted like he wasn't managing or whatever. I was like, what's the point? You know. So, trying to think of any other things that I got to say today. I ain't really got nothing to say. So, Yeah, I'm gonna go call this lady back, and I'll get back with y'all.